can see the beautiful World Trade Center at night. And the church that really helped out during 9/11. Very active downtown on a Wednesday night. Just a sign of New York snapping back into action. And this is looking south on Broadway. See all the buildings, everything lit up. All the cars, the traffic. Again, this is a sign of New York swinging back into action. And it's also important to remember that the lower part of Manhattan, the wide road of Broadway becomes a little bit more narrow. You can see here all the lit up buildings. All the traffic around here. And you can see this one building, the Woolworth building. That's the one with the top portion lit. At one point, it was the tallest building in the world. Just briefly, the tallest building in the world. And here we are right next to City Hall. These are some of the newer buildings that were just developed next to this really old building, of course. But these are a couple of these buildings here, brand new, starting to be occupied. Right next to this really old building, and they're putting up other buildings around here too. But this is just to show the nighttime area of New York and how it just springs into action, even though it's at night. And these are all the cars heading southbound on Broadway. And that building in the distance with the light on, that's City Hall. It's a beautiful park around City Hall. During the daytime, people just love to walk around that area.
Let's debate it first.
And here we're looking at St. Paul's Chapel. That's one of the oldest churches in New York. And now we're looking south on Broadway. And this is Vesey Street. Leads to the World Trade Center. This is just some more views of the beautiful developments around here. And right next to the Trade Center, you can see like a whitish object in the distance that looks like it has bars on it. That's the Oculus, and very, very nice to go into. It's cost $4 billion to build, and there's a little discussion whether $4 billion was the right amount. Maybe it should have been a lot less, but it was done. And it was more like an artistic endeavor to create a really beautiful transit hub and combine many things. Here we'll take a closer look at the World Trade Center at night. See what's going on in the tower. And this building here is the Fulton Center. It combines many, many subway lines. Now, before they built this, this was also about a few $1 billion. There were a hodgepodge of different connections for the subways. And one of the goals after 9/11 was to make it a lot easier to access transportation in New York. And so this Fulton Center was an example of them being able to do that. And at night, it really looks beautiful. And inside, it's really beautiful too, because at the very top, if you see that, that's like a dome. And so when you're inside, it's just like really beautiful seeing that dome. You can see all the other buildings that are around here too. The development's just going up. This Fulton Center is right on Broadway, Fulton Street and Broadway. So just a view of the World Trade Center area and all the buildings here. We're looking at this from Broadway. Turn more to the south, you can see some of the other buildings here. Just beautiful at night. During the summertime, this whole area is really crowded. People just love just walking down Broadway to go to the seaport and to the other areas south of Manhattan. And if you see those colored lights in the distance, that's where we just were. That's the Fulton Center. That's the transportation hub. And again, now we're looking on Broadway, but we're looking north on Broadway. Here we have the World Trade Center, one of the World Trade Centers. And this beautiful park down here. It's very, very popular with people. All lit up. And again, we're looking south on Broadway. You can see the traffic even diminishes a little bit more this far south. Like in about 8 blocks, we get to the water from here. So that's how close we are to the water. And even if we go to the other side, both sides in about 8 blocks we get to the water also. So going south, 8 blocks we get to the water. Going to the right, 8 blocks we get to the water. Going left, 8 blocks we get to the water. So it's very centrally located. See the beautiful buildings around here. During a regular business day, this financial district just comes alive. But many years ago, there were even more people here. But with finance going more online and finance being in many different parts of the United States and the world, there's fewer people that work downtown than before. But they still work downtown. They're in different areas. They actually like people to be together so that people could gain knowledge from each other, hear what other people have to say. Closer view of the Oculus at night. It's just beautiful inside, breathtaking. You can see the beautiful buildings all around here. Take a closer look at night. This beautiful structure.